Here we go. We've got air. We've got shield versus shield. We've got Denman and Biscuit versus Zulu right now. Doesn't know where he's going. We're going ramming speed. We're flipping tanks. We are flipping tanks. Biscuit is skyborn. And here is the base that they're going to be fighting over tonight. Wait, they've put my body in here. I've not been trusted to teleport my body. I left a station in your base? How did I leave a station in your base? There's me! Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. This is a King of the Hill event. They need to control the Hills Propane Emporium, this abandoned facility between the two bases. We've got the Blue Sun base, who's our space team. Over this side, I can see Crazy's tag coming up. And we've also got the Earth team over there. The Soylent Corp base. This is going to be a bit interesting. I don't know who we're going to focus on. This is going to be the first time that we've commentated close combat. That's not in space. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Here we go. We've got Jarvie closing in very quickly now. I do believe that he might be bringing the Viper in real close. This is the plane that you would have seen in the trailers posted everywhere. He's closing in very, very quickly. Let's get up close and see if we can't lock on and get a nice up close shot. It's going to be a bit hard to grab him. He's moving too quickly. I can't actually lock on to him. But it looks like he's heading over to the other base just to have a suss at what they're doing. I don't see any other tags moving in. Valiant asks if they're moving out. Valiant playing on the space team. We've got that long-running rivalry with Valiant and Jarvie, starting with Typhoon pummeling Pomern to the bottom of the ocean in Event 1, culminating with Typhoon up against Amagi in Event 2. Now we've got the Viper heading over to the space base. Soylent Corp. Looks like Jarvie's coming back now, having a lot of fun in his plane. Have a look at the Viper, everybody. This is Jarvie's pride and glory here. You would have seen it in the trailer, burning up in Atmo, giving us those beautiful, beautiful sparks to go out. Looks like we've got another friendly signal. We've got Zulu moving in over the side. I don't know what Zulu is driving because Zulu did not fill out me form. Zulu, who flies with their wheels down, people preparing to crash. Now, they have to stand in the base for a certain amount of time. This is a pretty basic King of the Hill mechanic here. People trying to contest the place is going to slow down the percentage. So they want to get in there to try and contest it. But it looks like Earth has just moved in. They've just parked. They've made camp. I see no one from the space team moving over. We've got Biscuit, Valiant, and Walker all camping out over on the the Blue Sun's Mercenary. It looks like Jarvie might be getting a little itchy here in Viper. Let's see if he takes us over the enemy base so we can get a look at what we're dealing with tonight. It looks like the enemy signals have split up a little bit. I'd be surprised if Valiant doesn't start pushing in soon. Valiant has always taken the lead in these events just to try and get a bit of a look-see. We love a little bit of conflict early on. I was having a drink. Why are you firing at your own base? He just wants to show that he's got missiles. I can 100% guarantee you that's what that was. He wasn't firing at anything. He just wanted to show off the missiles and scared me while I was having a sip of my drink. Sir, excuse me, Jarvie. This could be a very easy win for the Earth team here. It looks like Jarvie's had enough of this absolutely nothing going on here. We've got some space signals moving in now. We're going to be meeting them with a little bit of ordnance. We've got Valiant moving across the sands. I don't know if Walker is a player or a vehicle, because also my form was not filled out. So Valiant is incoming. Not sure what vehicle he has, but we've got Viper on patrol protecting Zulu, who is capturing the base currently right now. Let's have a look. Here we fucking go, says Nemesis. Here we fucking go, Nem. I love the sound of those. Okay, oh, we've got a few of them out here. No, Walker is a player, I do believe. And then there's Valiant and Red Biscuiteer. Look at this little convoy. This little convoy through the sands. Let's have a squeeze at Valiant here, what we've got. Let's slow down my zoom speed because I'm used to being in space. They're a bit wary. They've been fired at by Viper. Now they kind of know that they've got some anti-aircraft required. Oh, that is so loud. I'm so sorry. But it is epic as shit. We've got, sorry, that was really, really exciting. I just realized they were taking out the missiles that Viper is firing at them. I may have to turn down my sound slightly, but do let me know if you don't like the noise. Otherwise, I do want to keep it up because I love all the noises in this. Looks like Walker is pulling back a little bit, waiting for Valiant to take the lead. We've got Biscuit, and Denman has joined the game. crowd favorite, or maybe just a Ren favorite. Anyway, let's move in on the base. Valiant is doing some very, very big yumps. There we go. We've got Viper coming in for a second pass now. Jarvy's coming in from 4 kilometers out. He's going to be within firing range very, very soon. Let's see if Valiant has enough ammo to fire off the salvos that are coming his way. Here they go, up and over. He hasn't managed to lock on. That's good news for Valiant. He doesn't have to waste any more ammo on him. It's bad news for anyone who's back there. I'm not 100% sure who Viper was aiming at, but it's not good. We've got Valiant taking a couple of pot shots at Viper. It is going to be very difficult to hit him, but a very big prize to take down if he does manage to hit it. Valiant, again, does a heckin' big yump, closing in on the base now. Zulu and Crimson are just off the other side there, hoping to get some points in on the Hills Propane Preporium. We've got a massive explosion. Looks like the base is also starting to take her. Valiant's out. Valiant's done. There goes whatever Valiant's vehicle was called. I don't know who did that. That could have been Viper. I do believe it was Viper. We've got more explosions happening. I think that's all the, oh my gosh, Valiant. Oh, can we get an F in chat, please? Holy biscuits, there we go. I think that was Viper, but I feel like the shots came from the base. I think it was Scrappy that fired upon Valiant. I don't know what this is, but it looks mean. It looks like someone gave a TIE fighter some rogue energy. This is insane. If this is the thing that just took out Valiant, it did so very, very quickly. Zulu is not playing around. The Earth team have brought their best. And they're going, come on, Space. Come on, Blue Suns. You destroy our secret formula. You destroy our recipe. We're going after you. We're going after you. We're going to hold this base. We're going to rebuild. Soylent Corp is going to be coming back. Jarvy hovering just about 5.5 kilometers out there. The very scary brick that Zulu has brought with him is also eyeing off. I'm not 100% sure if they're actually earning any points just yet. Let's go and check in and see what the Blue Suns are doing to regroup, having lost Valiant's Walker. Let's go and have a... Looks like there's a little conspiracy going on over here. Let's go and suss it out. They've got a long way to travel. Looks like they've left some vehicles, about halfway maybe? They've brought some vehicles in halfway. It's probably a smart move. Oh, here we go. Coming back across the sands, Valiant has brought us another vehicle. Here we go, Val 5. You've brought 5 of these things? Are they just moving the vehicles out into the desert? Looks like Viper's coming in again. They're going to have to be forced to defend. Here they go. Firing at Viper or Viper's salvos. Doesn't look like anything's going to make a hit, but they are going to be drawing on Jarvy's resources. Looks like everything's missed there. Some evasive maneuvers from Viper with its very accomplished pilot. Viper, I do believe, is the same plane that I fell out of during my first ever session of Space Engineers. Here's the rest. I wouldn't park them all up, Valiant. I wouldn't park them all up, otherwise you're going to be taught a lesson about spacing. Never mind, we're choosing a new vehicle, potentially. I think we are choosing a new vehicle, or perhaps doing some repairs. Got to keep eyes on the sky for wherever Viper is hanging out. I don't see him anywhere. They also don't know where he is. We see Valiant going from car to car, back in Val 5. Let's continue on. I don't know if Valiant knows what took him out of the air, what took him off the sand, sorry. I don't think if he knows about Scrappy. We're getting some more air off this dune, followed by the others. I can see Crazy cresting the dune over there, followed by, I think, Denman is the other square. Earth definitely won the race to get to that base in the middle, just to lock it down. However, they have not even started capturing the base yet. They are just probably trying to wear out the vehicles that the space team are going to bring to them. We've already seen the destruction of Valiant's first vehicle from Viper. He's being very careful now, very wary of whatever blew him off the sand. With barely a moment's notice, that took everybody by surprise, commentator included. I have no idea where Jarvy has gone with Viper. It's possible that he's gone back to switch out vehicles. I know that he's got a few that he does want to run through this event. He's been working on this for the past 2 weeks. I know he's very excited about one vehicle in particular. And it wasn't even the jet, would you believe it? Viper wasn't even the one he was most excited about. He's bringing something else to the game. We can see Scrappy just looming over the facility over there. I do believe that is the vehicle that took out Valiant's last time. Very, very cautious. Valiant approaching very, very cautiously. Can't see any smoke in the air at the moment. We're about 3 kilometers out. I have no idea what the firing range is on Scrappy, but I do know that it is terrifying. Does look like Jarvy has returned to base, probably swapping out vehicles, I dare say. It's going to be interesting to see what he comes in with. He may be returning. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I'm just going to let you guys see whatever he rocks up in, but we did have a lot of fun with Viper, and it will surprise me if he doesn't bring that back for a little bit of air support. Valiant being very careful now, using the dunes as a natural defense between himself and whatever blew up his poor first vehicle. We've got Crazy and the rest of the space team following at a very leisurely pace. Valiant being the pioneer into danger, taking some shots now from Scrappy. Looks like he's going to lose a second vehicle very quickly. Manages to get a quick salvo off, but I dare say Scrappy probably just ate it. Let's go and have a quick squiz and see if he managed to land any hits. We're just setting up a defensive base now. They're not even trying to capture it. This is insult to injury. I think that this is the repayment for Valiant landing Typhoon on the base in Event 1. This is the Earth team saying, we have this base, we can win at any time. We're now firing on Crazy. Listen to Scrappy. Listen to those beautiful guns just going off. Like I said, this is an angry TIE fighter that someone gave a line of rogue energy before the event started. Here we go. Scrappy is terrifying. Absolutely just eating it. It looks like they're going for a split pincer maneuver now. It's starting to come in from either side, hoping to split Scrappy's focus, splitting Zulu's focus. Thank you, Joko. That is another takeout. Looks like Crazy has been returned to the sands, and Scrappy's taking the fight to them. Let's lock in on Scrappy and follow. This could be very, very interesting. Crazy is either in a vehicle or on foot or having a panic. I think it's both of them. Crazy is under the sand. There's bits of Crazy all over the sand dunes. Zulu is having a great time. Zulu's like, you know what, I've prepped for this. Probably not as prepped as I should have been because I didn't fill out Renee's Google form. However, I am going to hover. He's being recalled back to the base now, not getting in too close, giving the space team a fighting chance, letting them go back to get their vehicles. Apologies. That is the third kill for Scrappy. Third kill for Scrappy. We've seen Crazy's vehicle taken down, and Valiant has lost two. Who we've got cresting the Walker cresting the dunes in the distance. I don't know what Denman's brought to this fight. So this could be also very, very interesting. We've got Crimson just guarding the base. Another obstacle that they will have to get through if they even manage to get past Scrappy, the Walker of the Heavens. And we've got Jarvie just chilling back at base. And Scrappy is moving in once again. Zulu is taking Scrappy in closer. Looks like he's going after Walker. We've got Biscuit and Denman, I think, just a little bit further away. It's going to be another takeout. This thing is overpowered as shit. Oh my goodness, Walker is down. It's dead, Scrappy, it's dead. Oh my gosh. Scrappy has called this because he creates scrap. If we do a little twirl, a little 180, we're fighting back, we can hear the rounds going off in that one. We can hear the rounds going off. Scrappy is now on the sand. This is a good time for the other players to push to see if they can scoot past Scrappy. Looks like Denman is doing just that. I don't know what vehicle Denman is in. I desperately want to go and have a look. It looks like we've got shields. It looks like we've actually finally got some shields on our land vehicles. This is going to be very, very interesting. Scrappy also wielding some shields. The fact that they came up means that a hit was landed. That is the first time we've seen Scrappy take any fire. It looks like we're going to have Biscuit and Denman closing in on Zulu now. Looks like Zulu is becoming our problem defender for this event. Scrappy being taken down is going to be the first major obstacle that the space team has to take on. Is this a rover fight? Valiant asks. This is not a rover fight because I don't know what the hell Zulu's brought to this event, Valiant. This thing cannot be classed as anything. Air and rover, but this is seeming a bit unfair, says Zulu, and is offering to swap out. As he offers to swap out to make it more fair on the space team, Zulu then proceeds to shred Denman's shit. And it looks like we've got Jarvie back in Viper over there, causing the space team a lot of grief. I'm going to be really curious to see what the guys pull out to go up against Scrappy and Viper. These two vehicles alone are going to be causing them a lot of grief during this event, and they've not managed to get anywhere near the base. Neither has anyone started capturing it. Looks like we've got Crimson heading in, actually, into the base. We're going to be scoring the first couple of points for the Earth team. Go, Crimson. We're all rooting for you. Get in there. I don't want to spectate the base. I want to spectate Crimson. Thank you. There we go. Let's move in. He's a bit wary. Got to cross the threshold into this abandoned facility that they've found on the planet. It's okay. It's okay, Crimson. Take your time. We're all watching. It's all going to be okay. You got to get into the base to capture it, though. You got to be up close to the beacon, to the neutral signal. I can hear Viper off in the distance, sounding very, very mean and angry. Okay, looks like Valiant's last hurrah. We may go and scoot over to the others. Crimson is taking the plunge. Denman's only 500 meters out. We are going to abandon you, Crimson. I want to go and see what they're doing. Looks like they're closing in. We're probably going to have a bit of conflict here. And here comes Denman. And the beacon that has not been renamed, closing in on the tank, doesn't know it's unmanned, scoots past it, doesn't care. Manages to avoid part of the base, and Denman has arrived. Let's see, we might have a little bit of a foot fight here. Denman is... I'm so sorry. I always mispronounce his name and I apologize every single time. Charge, yells Valiant. Denman's already in the base. I don't think Viper knows. Here we go, there goes the tank. The tank is out. Crimson has left it unprotected. We've got 1% captured for the Earth team. Denman doesn't know that anyone's in there. Thought someone might have been in the tank. Is slowly moving in on in. Doesn't want to give up that protection of being in the... I'm just going to call it the beacon because you didn't rename it. We've got Valiant also closing in. I don't know where Jarvie is at the moment, but he needs to get in here and defend. Come on, you hobgoblins, yells Denman. The hobgoblins are taking their time. Valiant is still a kilometer out. Denman wants to get up and in there. We want to get some firefights happening. Let's get some guns going. Slowly creeping on up. Doesn't know how to get into the base. Does not know where the entry is to get in. Looks like we're sitting on 3% captured for the Earth team. Crimson doing the heavy lifting for Earth team at the moment. Hanging out in the base. Could probably hear that someone's arrived outside. Probably heard the destruction of his tank and might be sweating bullets a little bit in there. No, he did not fill in the form, and I'll be having very stern emojis at everybody. How did you get in there? How did you get there? Says Zulu. I don't know where Scrappy has gone. Zulu is back at base, likely swapping out. I think Denman is still waiting for backup to arrive before he engages whoever is in the base. The hunk gets places, yells Denman. So, okay, so it's not called the beacon. We're going to call it the hunk, which is hilarious. Here comes Valiant rocking up. Crimson surely sweating bullets in the base right now as two of the space team rock up, and he is unprotected, hopefully on comms right now, calling for some air support. We need to see Viper swooping in, because when they get into the base, that air support is going to be completely useless to them. Let's have a squeeze. Let's see if they can figure out how to get up. We've got this main door here. We've got a little bit more destruction happening as the hunk goes after whatever is left of Crimson's tank. Imagine Crimson just clutching his gun right now. Not sure how many are coming for him, but definitely knowing that the neighbors have arrived and they're not here to ask for a cup of sugar. Denman still chilling in the tank, probably waiting for the air support to arrive. Taking out Viper would be a massive, massive boon to the space team right now. Viper and Scrappy causing them a lot of issues, but they have managed to close in on the base. Crimson remains steadfast. Crimson is remaining steadfast, still capturing the base. We're at 8% captured for the Earth team. We've got Valiant still chilling out. We've got Denman still chilling out. They're taking their time. They're not willing to give up their defensive vehicles in case Jarvie or Zulu arrives in the two vehicles that were absolutely mincing them. Here comes Valiant. Let's lock in and see if we can get some fights. Crimson seeing them scoot past the entry now. They don't know how many players are inside the base. Trying to have a look. He's trying to come through the window, trying to find a blind spot. Crimson firing madly. He's going to go through one of the windows and probably trying to find a way through. That's got to be terrifying for Crimson right now. That has to be absolutely terrifying for Crimson, seeing them at the windows, not willing to come through the doors, which is a naturally made choke point. I can see my boot from here. Valiant is crawling around, looking for a window, probably in comms with Denman, waiting for the defenders to arrive. I don't know. The defenders are having to come all the way from their base now. Bases are invulnerable, says Jarvie, but Valiant is still like, no, heck your base. Heck your base, I'm going to grind my way through this window if it's the last thing I do. Looks like we've got Jarvie closing in. Judging by the speed that he's going, I would believe that he is probably in his land vehicle. He's going to have to get in there though. He doesn't know that Jarvie is closing in at every second. He's taunting Crimson. Come out of the beacon room, he says. Come out of the beacon room and we'll just have a boogie. It's okay, Crimson. Don't worry. We come in peace. This is definitely not a distraction. Denman looks to be sitting put and not taking advantage of this distraction. Valiant busting out some moves here. This is not what I expected to be commentating. I'm really looking forward to Jarvie arriving in 5 minutes or so. He's back in his vehicle, perhaps maybe aware that Jarvie is closing in. That could have been a very, very interesting time for both of them to go in, overwhelm Crimson, because there's no one else here. Now, we've even got Biscuiteer, and we've got Biscuiteer in Scooty's Bane. That is an amazing vehicle name, Biscuit. Thank you for that. We've even got Biscuiteer here, ready to provide some support, and we've only got Crimson vibing by themselves. Meanwhile, Zulu and Jarvie are closing in. We're about to have in about 2 minutes, we're going to have a decent fight on our hands. I don't know what these two are bringing to this conflict. Let's go and have a suss, actually. We've got Scooty's Bane, piloted by Red Biscuiteer out here. We've got Jarvie unleashing the first round of combat here. Here we go. It looks like he's brought the Bob Semple. And I don't know what Zulu's land vehicle is called, but we're going to have a sus. Look how quick that tank is moving. We're just going to call it the Predator because that's what my little tag has given me. Looks like Zulu is going up against Scooty's Bane right now. It's going to be interesting coming up and over. Here we go. We've got air. We've got shield versus shield. We've got Denman and Biscuit versus Zulu right now. Doesn't know where he's going. We're going ramming speed. We're flipping tanks. We are flipping tanks. Biscuit is skyborne. This has suddenly become an air event. This is not the air support they thought they were going to be getting. Jarvie's like, you know what? You're in the air. I'm anti-aircraft. Here we go. Biscuit slowly coming back to the planet and crash lands upside down. That is not the way that he wanted to land. This spells absolute disaster for Scooty's Bane. We've got Valiant scooting around in his land vehicle. We've got Zulu facing the ground. We've got Biscuit in a little bit of a pickle, but still firing. You know what? Still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. We've got the Predator tank has overloaded its shield. Zulu's looking like he's going to be heading on his way out very, very soon. Denman and Valiant need to keep their fire up right now because we've got no shields. We're going to be losing that tank very, very soon. We've got Jarvie probably feeling a little bit nervous, maybe wondering if he should have brought Viper to this fight. We've got Biscuit out on the ground now, trying to flip over Scooty's Bane. I don't know what's happening here. This is just cruel. This is very, very interesting. They had a very, very good defense set up, but the shields and Clang just did not work for them. We've got Jarvie versus Valiant. Once again, the grudge match has erupted on the dunes of Pertam. Here we go. Let's have a squiz. Let's close in on the Bob Semple, which is the tank that Jarvie has brought to this fight. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. That was the engagement I was expecting to see. It looks like he's hanging out on the outskirts. We do know that Jarvie likes to sit around on the outskirts of conflict and trade blows from a position that he can move away from very quickly. Valiant has rolled his rover. Valiant has rolled the rover. Looks like he's losing shields. Looks like he's about to lose another vehicle. Shields are still up. Valiant leaving the vehicle. Valiant dead? Question mark? I think so. Zulu moving in across now on the prone Red Biscuiteer. Jarvie providing support from the far dune over there. Crimson still dutifully capturing the base. I don't know what we're quite up to now. And there goes Zulu! Zulu is now airborne! Zulu is doing quite well while airborne. Denman taking pot shots at him in the air. I don't know where you're heading, Zulu. What are you captaining? Oh my goodness. This is not supposed to be a space event. Zulu, put your wheels back on the planet, please. You're about almost halfway to the other base and still trading fire with Denman back at the base there. He's going to have to head back into combat a long, long way if he survives this jump. Clang is not having a good time with these physics, but you know what? We as sure as shit are. Denman hanging out and just chilling back here. We've got Valiant versus Jarvie again. It was Typhoon versus Pomern. It was Amagi versus Typhoon. And now we've got the Bob Semple versus the vehicle that Valiant did not put on my list this afternoon. We've got Biscuit potentially doing repairs. I don't know where Biscuit has gone. Biscuit might have said, you know what, screw it. But we've still got Crimson holding the beacon, hugging the beacon, and praying for the shooting outside to stop. We are up to, I'm trying to find a percentage. We're up to 35% claimed for the Earth team. We've got Crimson still hanging out inside. We've got Zulu providing support to Crimson. Crimson probably very, very relieved that the teammate has turned up. The doors are closing again. This is interesting. The doors aren't supposed to close again. Once they've been opened, they stay open. So I don't know what's happening here. I do believe that Zulu ran out, hit the button, and ran back inside. A very clever use of the planet's mechanics there. Now they're going to have forewarning before any enemies can get through those front doors and nothing can be fired through it. I can hear another engagement happening over here. Let's go and have a squiz. We've got Denman again versus Walker versus, I'm guessing, the Bob Semple. It is indeed. We've got Jarvie potentially trying to get up and over into the base. It looks like they're just trying to get into the base now and provide more support to each other. They're focusing on capturing that beacon rather than taking out the vehicles around them. There goes Biscuit, Scooty Bane turning into, look, a cookie with a cookie bite taken out of it. We've got Walker just cruising around, firing at pieces of the Bob Semple as it rolls away. Maybe still in one piece, but now we have got quite a few of the members of the Earth team. That was the weirdest way I've ever said anything in my life. Sequestered inside this facility. Hold up in there quite tightly, and that's going to accelerate how quickly they're capturing this point now. They're up to 42%. It's accelerating quite quickly now. Space is going to have to do something drastic rather than just taking out the vehicles that are littering the dunes around us. They're going to have to get in there and take that beacon from the Earth team, or this is going to be over. Oh no. Oh, looks like it might be over very quickly. Okay, looks like everyone is back. It looks like everyone is back and ready to party. We've got someone coming up and over the dunes. I've seen them. And emerging from over the sand dunes is Valiant, coming back in, taking some fire, or firing on pieces of the tank. That was very dramatic, Valiant. Thank you for that. That was very dramatic. The Earth is halfway to their victory right now, having captured the beacon. We've not seen any attempt to get up onto the platform from either of these two players here. We need to see Valiant and Denman team up, get in there with their guns. Valiant has opened the doors, scaring the defenders inside, and then has racked off. Denman also coming up and onto the platform for the first time, has removed himself from the hunk. Let's see if we can follow him in. And let's see if we're going to get a little bit of combat here. I don't know if he knows he's got 3 of them in there to deal with. Trying to lock on, please. There we go. Here we go. Sussing it out. Valiant and Denman teaming up again. And here we go. We've got some firing. And I immediately miss all of it because my things... You know what? We're just going to stay here in the base. We're going to be as blind as the Earth team. That was terrifying. That is Valiant in a vehicle. Valiant returning. I can hear Jarvie going overhead in Viper. Naturally, stuff's happening while I'm inside now. That is so loud. That is so loud. That is the Viper. Excuse me. Did Scooty's Bane just fire? Excuse me? Did Scooty's Bane just fire? Looks like we're going to have another pass from Viper here. Overhead, we've got Scooty's Bane still firing. Still causing a lot of issues for Viper right now. I do want to close in and try and get a lock. Consolidate your conflict. I don't know who to commentate. Even that short intrusion by Denman managed to take them down about 6 or 7%. They're back down to 50 being captured. Which is very, very exciting for them. That's going to cause them a little bit of panic. They were feeling pretty good. That was going up pretty fast before. Denman has managed to put a bit of a spanner in the works there. We've got Zulu up on lookout. Can probably see Valiant closing in a bit there. Here comes Viper. Oh my gosh. We've got Viper passing overhead, creating quite the intimidating atmosphere, drawing Valiant's fire. Zulu slowly closing in. See this tactical move. This tactical move from Zulu. Slowly closing in, trying to fire at him, trying to remain in cover. Valiant's not having a bar of it. He's going around the base. He's looking for Zulu and he's taking him out. Zulu, that was a very, very bold move and we applaud it. We like bold moves here in these events. We love to see it. Biscuit is just going in. Biscuit's going in raw. Biscuit's got boots on the platform. This is what I did not see coming. He's running for the beacon. He knows that they've got to stop them from counting up those percentage. Where's the button, Biscuit? Where's the button? Hitting the button, looking for the button, heading on in. We've got Crimson now waiting to see who's coming in. Is it a teammate? It's not a teammate. It's Biscuit. Crimson probably feeling a little bit nervous. Crimson having disconnected now at probably the worst possible moment. Ready to open these doors. We've got a disconnected Crimson who's about to get shot. Valiant sees his opportunity, followed by Red Biscuiteer, and they're grinding him to death. We just witnessed a murder, chat. We just witnessed a murder. For the first time, the space team have entered the beacon room and are actively capturing the beacon. It is at 62%. 62%. I think it's got to come back down, so we'll see how we go. I think they've got to stay in this room. They've got to stay within this bubble that we can see on the screen here. Looks like Biscuiteer has been the one to offer to stay behind. Valiant's shut him inside and is like, I'll protect you. Stay in here. I think they've got a long way to go. Crimson has reconnected to his dead body. And is going to have to respawn somewhere else. I do believe that percentage is going to have to tick down a little bit. Wait, don't tell me Viper's dead. Don't tell me I missed Viper dying. It's hard to get a lock on. And Viper is out. Viper's down. Is that Viper? I do believe that's Viper, landing directly in front of the hunk. This is insult to injury as Viper lays on the sands. And having these two vehicles in just blow him to shreds now. I don't know if that was manned when it came down or if it was shot out of the sky, but Hunk is sparing absolutely no mercies here and just taking out the remains of Viper on the sand. We've also got Jarvie versus Biscuit in here. I think Jarvie flew into the base to try and get a lock, to try and get past the defenses. We've got Jarvie versus Biscuit moving around in the beacon room here. Could be very, very interesting. Jarvie's got a lock on him, firing at Biscuit. Biscuit returning fire. We're going around the corner to try and reload. Jarvie's chasing him down, not letting him reload. Biscuit leaving? Question mark, leaving the beacon, giving up the beacon room. Jarvie has managed to win the point, closing the door behind him. Biscuit has been chased out of the room. Please, I need reinforcements, he says. Jarvie's in there and he flew a plane into the ground to get to me. I'm a bit scared. Viper was a favored vehicle of the event and Jarvie had no qualms whatsoever about sacrificing it to the sands of Pertam to make sure that he could get a win for the Earth team. Biscuit now trying to get some eyes on the insides of the beacon room. However, we've got no windows on this side, but he is closing in very, very tight. I don't know if Jarvie's going to be expecting him to be that close in, moving around, trying to get an eye, opening the doors, doesn't have anywhere to hide. Jarvie's going to know where Biscuit is, takes a shot. Takes a shot. Door doesn't even fully open. Jarvie closes the door. Let's check our percentage. We're currently at 75% won for the Earth team. It's going to get very, very nerve-wracking as we start to get up to these higher numbers now. We don't need to get back down to 0 to win it for each team. It looks like we've got Zulu. Zulu coming in now without... I was expecting to see Scrappy. Zulu just flying around, just jetpacking in, coming to provide support, trying to avoid the bullets. I think... Is he in a vehicle? He is not in a vehicle. He was in a vehicle? I don't even know what parts of... I don't even know what this is. Zulu, Valiant says. That was scary. I don't know what Zulu was in. It was a power suit? Thank you. Thank you, Outback. I have actually never seen one of those in the game before. We've got Jarvie just sequestered away inside the inner room here. Valiant's going to have to get in there and try to take that from him. Crazy has arrived on the scene. Here comes Valiant. We're going to have Valiant versus Jarvie. The original grudge match is returning to this event. Valiant might be going for some taunts again. I think, do you need to be inside to cap? Yes, you do, Valiant. You need to be inside the beacon room, which is why I was yelling at you before to stop dancing and start capturing. Aha, says Valiant. Yes, you're going to have to get in there, open the door, and Jarvie is ready. Let's try and lock onto him. Look at this. Look at this. He's ready to go. He's found his spot. He knows that they're coming. He's waiting for those doors to open. This is going to be intense. Let's see how we go. We've got, I think, Valiant and Crazy out there. Jarvie doesn't know how many there are. He just knows that they're out there. Who's going to press the button and risk the wrath of the Viper pilot? Let's see how we go. I'm very, very curious. It's going to be 2 versus 1. We've seen how quick Jarvie is on the draw. He took out Biscuit with barely looking at him before those doors could open properly. But we're also giving time for Denman to come in and join this fight as well. We're also giving time for Zulu to go back and bring Scrappy to the fight. We are getting up and close to very high numbers now. Firing under the door. Jarvie knows what to do. Valiant's been taken out of the fight. Crazy doesn't know where to aim, and Jarvie has taken out 2. That was 2v1, and they have been removed from the beacon room. Now, knowing what they're going up against, Jarvie moves across. He knows that he's got to wait a little while before he can bring this door back down. He's using the time to assess the outside threat, not knowing that there isn't one. Moves forward, closes the door, and takes up position once again, ready to fight whoever comes through that door next. They've got to be feeling a little frustrated now. The inner beacon room just littered with bodies and backpacks. The Earth team is holding a very, very strong victory prospect right here. Space is going to have to pull something out. It's going to get pretty close. We are up to 87%, 88% captured for the Earth team. This has been a very interesting fight. We've seen a couple of things go wrong. We've seen a couple of very overpowered vehicles, and it'd be very interesting to see them again. Zulu coming in now. We can hear the guns of Hunk going off. I do believe that Zulu's either in a power suit or in nothing at all. Nothing at all. As he approaches the base, we are going to get out there and have a squiz at what's going on. I think he's probably in maybe another power suit. Let's go and have a look. There is a way that we can get a lock on him. Fantastic. Let's see what he's got. What is this? What is this? It's like a little motorbike. No, Zulu! I really want to get eyes on whatever that... Oh, never mind. I think it was like a little space motorbike. That's amazing. We're at 92% captured. The base team is going to have to pull out all stops here. It's going to be Denman versus Jarvie. We've seen Valiant try to go up against Jarvie with backup. He's left his vehicle out there firing at something. I'm not 100% sure what. I do believe it may be to draw the fire of the friendly vehicle we have here. Denman heading up the ramps, getting ready to face Jarvie. He's going to be feeling a little nervous right now. He's going to have to hustle. We're up to 96% captured for the Earth team. He's going to have to run in. He's getting his bearings. I don't believe he's been up on the platform much before. Yes, he has made it into the room. He knows he's got to open that door. He doesn't know where Jarvie is. We know that Jarvie's likely taken a knee just inside the door. Denman opening that door, running back, trying to get a beat on Jarvie. Jarvie is taking up his old position. Denman moving back, reloading, using the cover of the base to do so. Trading fire back and forth. Don't you cover me again, game. We got Jarvie being forced back into the base. This is allowing Denman to move into the room. He's not taking it. He's moving back, reloading, trying to figure out where he is. Jarvie using the space, getting up high there so we can get an eye on where Denman's coming in. Denman now contesting the capture. Doesn't know where Jarvie is. We know Jarvie's up in the corner using all the heights of this room, and my spectator cam driving me crazy. Jarvie up above, firing down on Denman. Doesn't know where he is. Denman moving around. This is so hard to keep eyes on. I'm so sorry for the shoddy camera work. Oh my gosh, Denman running around now looking for Jarvie, not sure where he is, but he's just got to do enough. He's just got to buy enough time to stop the capture, contest the capture, and let the others get in here and back him up. He's still alive. This in of itself is an achievement. Go Denman, we're all rooting for you. We need to see some contestion to this mark here. We're at 99%! 99%! This is a massive contestion between space and Earth. Denman versus Jarvie. Jarvie using his jetpack's got to be running out of energy for it very, very soon, but still using it while he can. We've got Denman trading fire. It's contested, massively contested. I don't believe that was a victory. It could have clicked over, but it didn't. It's yelling contested, 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 even at 100%. We've got the other players who are not taking advantage of this. No one's moving in to help them. This is still a 1v1. Where is everyone? Jarvie moving around the corner there. They've done a 180 around the entire beacon room now. Denman doing very, very well to trade blows here. Jarvie and Denman reloading as they fire off against each other. They've got the beacon not knowing what's going on. Everything's just contested. We've got Jarvie up above. Denman looking for him. He's got to look up as well as around. They've got to be feeling nervous right now. I don't know. We're on 0% contested. The beacon doesn't know what to do. This is not a victory for either of them. It's going to be whoever dies here is going to be who loses it for their team. We've got Jarvie versus Denman. Here we go. This could be the final conflict. Very, very hard to keep the camera on them as they run around, but I'm doing my best. Jarvie running. This is what Jarvie does in every game we play. He will run and fire at you as he runs away. It is frustrating. I can feel Denman's frustration right now. Here they are going head to head. Jarvie up in the corner. Using all the space. And I think that's Jarvie down. Jarvie down. Denman has emerged victorious. This could be a win for the space team now. It's not looking like the beacon has picked up that there is not anyone else outside yet. We've still got the vehicles firing. What the am I seeing? The hunk is firing at a school bus. What? Who's in here? Who's driving this? What is going on? There's just bits of it falling off. Are you what? Denman feeling very proud of his victory. That's the magic school bus. And it's just disappearing over the dunes. I don't know where it came from and I don't know who was driving it, but that was definitely a vehicle. Let's return now to the capture the hill, capture the flag, king of the hill. That's the one. Got there in the end. I could hear a lot of vehicles firing upon each other, firing on something. We've still got Denman's vehicles out here on auto. I think he's still inside using Jarvie's tactics of staying up high. We're at 3% captured for the space team. Earth got it to 99%. We've got Jarvie closing in now quite quickly. I'm wondering if we have potentially, at that speed, that might be another Viper. We are returning in Viper, or a copy thereof. Let's go and have a look. Let's see if he's going to use the same tactics. He knows that he's got defenses he's got to get through. I think that's what he was firing on from further out. Firing at someone over. There's engagements. He has bailed. He has wasted another Viper to get close to the base, to get over the hunk. He's overshot it and he's gone too far. There goes Viper into the sands. Does still look to be in working condition, but Jarvie went way too far. He is 700 meters off base. It looks like he has probably respawned, I dare say. Zulu closing in now from 7 kilometers out. Probably doesn't know that there's vehicles here defending. Is this the zipper plane? Are you in the zipper plane? They were trying to get me to fly the zipper plane before the event, but I cannot log on to what Zulu's flying right now. See if you can draw some attention. Nick, thank you for the gifted sub, Dayon. He's made it. Did he just fly into the base? Did he fly the zipper plane into the base? He did. And here we go. It's going to be Zulu versus Denman. He's managed to fly it right in there. I can't again with this. All I can hear is gunfire. Trading gunfire right where I can't see either of them. Zulu versus Denman. They're still both moving. They've both still got life in their bodies. Denman hoping to go for another victory over yet another Earth defender, but it looks like he's out. Looks like Denman's body has hit the floor, and Zulu has taken command of the capture point. Looks like we're moving now into 19% captured for the Earth team. Very interesting tactic of flying the little plane directly into the base, completely bypassing Denman's defenses here. Looks like other teams are now arriving, potentially aiming at something, aiming at Jarvie, returning in not another jet, in another jet. Jarvie bails from the jet, dead or alive, we don't know. He's bouncing around, he's alive. Jarvie is alive, and he's managed to get out closer. Now he's just got to get into the base while the other vehicles are still focused on his jet in the air, and he goes in, backs up Zulu, runs inside, hits the button to get inside and support his teammate and increase that. No, you've done it one too many times, Jarvie. You've done it one too many times. Get in the base, get in the base, get in the base. Zulu's like, hurry up, get in here. We don't know where they are. All we can see is shadows starting to flicker through the twilight afternoon as the sun begins to set on the planet Pertam, and the event going on its surface. We've got a 22% capture rate at the moment. That is going to increase with 2 of the Earth members in this base. It does increase as the more of them there are, which is why I was nervous before when Crimson, Zulu, and Jarvie were all hanging out in here. Biscuit's on foot. Biscuit. Look, you've got to respect it. You have to respect the hustle. He's on foot. And he's running for the... He's like, you know what? No vehicles? No problem. Can't get blown up if you don't have a vehicle. He knows that they've probably got vehicles at the base defending. Somehow, Earth have made it past those defenders. He doesn't have to worry about that. He can run right up to the door. No fancy bailout tricks required. Okay, we've got Denman and Biscuiteer closing in as well, both on foot. This is going to be very, very interesting. We're going to lock in on Denman. We're going to have Denman versus Zulu and Jarvie. Let's move in. Denman opening these doors again, knowing what awaits inside. Probably can see the little zipper plane that caused them some issues last time. Biscuit also getting ready to provide backup support. Has gone up against these two before. I don't know where the zipper plane went, actually. It is despawned, probably not allowed to be in the base for that long, I don't know. Getting ready to open the doors. They know what awaits them, trying to go in at the base, but they don't know that. I think they do know it's invulnerable. They've been told it's invulnerable. We've got Jarvie taking a knee in the same spot, waiting for the door to go up. He's going to be trying to fire on Denman as soon as possible. We've got fire being traded. We've got Jarvie and Zulu taking opposite corners. That's a good strategy to have some crossfire there. Jarvie wants to try and get those doors closed. Is coming out. It's a risky move. He's down. He's lost it because of it. Denman is moving in, trying to scoot in under the door. Biscuit's going for it. Biscuit, they've both gotten under the door. Zulu doesn't know that they're inside. They've got 2 attackers, and the Earth Space Team, there we go, Space Team has taken the beacon again. That was a very, very smooth takeover from Biscuit and Denman. That running in under the door at the last second, very Indiana Jones of you two. Very risky. We love to see it. Why are we opening the door again? They did bring the zipper plane inside. They have stolen the zipper plane as well. I do believe that Zulu is returning Scrappy to the fight. The vehicle that was too powerful for the fight and was taken out. We are spectating Scrappy as he moves in and unleashes... Oh my goodness. Here's our angry TIE fighter, the fan favorite of this event. You know what? We're just along for the ride. We're just having a great time right here. Firing on... Hopefully not firing on what? I do believe... No, that is the remains of Scooty's Bane. And night falls over the Dust Ball planet as the conflict continues. 66% captured for the space team. This could be a very unexpected victory for them, but Scrappy's not going to let them have it easily, taking out the rest of their vehicles that they'd left around base as a defensive perimeter. That is going to be taken out. That is going to be opening the way now for Jarvie and Crimson, returning in another copy of the Viper. And now here comes the air support. Here comes the air superiority from the Earth team. And Biscuit and Denman have got to be feeling a little nervous inside that base right now. It looks like Crimson and Jarvie are closing in. We're going to abandon Scrappy to go and get eyes on this conflict that is sure to come within the base in here. Hang on, you guys. Wait for us. Don't have a fun fight without us. Here we go. We're going to open the doors. Jarvie's going up. He's telling Crimson, open the doors. And he's getting ready. Crimson taking the majority of the fire. The zipper plane getting caught in the door. That's not going to be good for it. Jarvie's lost his teammate. We can't close the door now. The zipper plane is in the way. Jarvie managing to scoot under the plane, causing them a bit of grief, managing to get up to the surface. Just needs to take one of them out. There's a contester in the base. They don't know where he's gone. Biscuit, Denman not having a bar of this and forcing Jarvie to play on his own terms this time. Also up in the air. He's making sure that he's buying his team some time so they can get in here and help with this contestation. And there goes Jarvie's body to the ground. That was another valiant effort from the Earth team, making Space feel a little nervous, but they've managed to hold 70% captured. Here we go. Zulu and Jarvie likely in communication there. Jarvie saying, just hold him in there while I get to them. Here I come. He's sent another plane into the dust. He's got to be printing from the blueprints. And there goes Jarvie, closing in. Zulu, come on, let's go, he says. Come on, let's go. I want to move in closer on this base. Open the door. He's opened the door, hanging out on the roof. He's going to try and lure them out. Hey, come out, close the door. No, he's going straight in. Denman not having a bar of it, immediately trading bullets in Jarvie's direction. Jarvie shits himself and flies back into the ceiling. That's clever. Look at this. Look at this. This... Using the jetpack to be floating upside down. Denman feeling a little nervous. Not sure where Biscuit is at the moment. Biscuit also up in the opposite corner. And Jarvie's down again. Denman once again has come out victorious on this PvP conflict. Zulu, just hanging out. Maybe trying to lure them outside. Come out and close the button. Come out and press the button, Denman. You've got to close the blast shields. You've got to close the blast shields. Zulu now having a turn. Zulu just flying straight into the base. Going after Biscuit. This is a very close encounter here. How good is your PvP FPS, Zulu? Let's see how we go. Biscuit being forced to move all around. Zulu trying to grind a Biscuit to death? Excuse me? Why are we chasing them around? Denman's going, what's going on? Zulu scoots through and is dead. I don't know if Zulu has a gun. I don't think Zulu has a gun. I think Zulu has a grinder and a dream. We're at 89% captured. 89%. What is Earth Team going to try next? They have done so very, very well to keep contesting the space. Jarvie coming in for another attempt. It looks as though he's on foot. We're going to see him come in, press the door again. Denman doesn't know he's there, can't hear him come in, didn't hear a vehicle approach. Biscuit also ready to cover the other side of the room should he need to. We're at 97%. Jarvie's going to have to get in here and contest it. He's hanging 34 meters out, maybe waiting for backup. Zulu's still 6 kilometers out. It's not going to be enough. Jarvie's opened the blast doors. Denman and Biscuiteer have been alerted that someone's coming in now. We are at 98%. We are once again contesting at 99%. Jarvie's just got to get in this room. He's just got to get in the bubble to contest the space and stop this victory. Denman moving out. A lot of firing here. That does not sound like Jarvie guns. This sounds like Scrappy also getting involved. Jarvie, you've got to be in here in the room. We're at 0% contested, I do believe. Never mind. That is a conquest for space. Congratulations. I think that's a win for space. The mechanics, they said... The King of the Hill mechanics, they said it was a win! Jarvie! I do believe that is a win for the space team, or he may have contested it at just the last second because we are back at 1%, 2%. He may have put them back to 0 at 99%. I don't know what's going on now. Are they celebrating? Is this a win? Space win? I'm going to confirm it. Space win. I'm confirming it 99%, and I know that in that time it would have ticked over before Jarvie could get in the room. I think someone just murdered me in my seat. They did! No one wins!